Hey there, it's Kevin with Rogue Deck Builder. I'm meaning to do some update videos for the Commander League that I showed in my last video that seemed to trigger everyone that is a Commander player. Maybe I was too harsh with the title. But anyway, we just got done playing our first Commander League match. And I am going to go show you kind of the outcome and what exactly I like about this league and what exactly what I was talking about. So, if you haven't watched that video, go ahead and watch the video before where I explain my grievances with the Commander format. And again, if you like it, that's your cup of tea. I get it if you have good play groups to play with. I've just always had a miserable time playing Commander in 2024 with the absolute overpowered cards and just every game just seems so repetitive with the wombo combos and then you get into like stacks and taxes and things like that where again the high power of the deck just makes it so you, in my opinion, don't play Magic as much as Magic ought to be played. So Commander is just a simple format, or Commander League is a simple format where you open up an entire box of, a set booster box of Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I was going to show you a box, but I don't have one in front of me. And then you build a Commander deck out of it. So our rules for it is if you choose a 3-color or above Commander, then you're limited to 1 of each card. You should have plenty of options. If you do a 2-color, you can play 2 of each card. And then if you're down to just a solo or a single color, you can play up to 3. And that gives you a lot of options to play. And we've already seen some pretty creative stuff in this league with the choices of Commander. And I'm just going to go back here and see what these nerds are doing. And then we'll show you what happened with the deck.
I heard that.
So even, like, Tyler hates Commander too. And he thought it was pretty decent with Commander League.
Be seen playing Commander.
Yeah, you should know. Yeah, don't know what you Commander. We bullied Tyler into playing Commander. And then we have, so we had, yeah, it was pretty fun. Like, what I like is the tension. The tension of Commander League where you have to use, I don't want to see bad cards because this set's actually pretty powerful as far as Commander is concerned. Because we had some really powerful board states. There was a lot of, the life was getting wheedled pretty quickly. So it wasn't like this massive stalled out board state. So Tyler's Commander is the Drain Commander. So I guess I can flip this around. I have to see my ugly face now and all. So it's this sucker here. I don't know if people can see that, the combo, which every time a creature token enters or just a token enters the battlefield on Tyler's side, then drains a life. And I'm creating tokens, so he's stealing tokens. So the board, the tension got quick with all the life drain that was happening from that commander. And then we had this idiot over here playing Stompy, who tried to kill me with good old Bristly Bill. Bristly Bill, sorry about the lighting in here. But Bristly Bill doesn't want to focus. There we go. Keeps wanting to go over combo. No, camera, combo is not the... So Bristly Bill ends up doubling a lot of counters on the creatures and had a massive golem here. It was like, what, a 24 something? Luckily I had 25-25. Luckily I had the save in my hand with the super broken card that they created in this set called the Bovine Intervention. So I was able to save myself from lethality by just turning it into an Ox. But so like I said, there's answers in this. This set seems pretty fun too because it's got Path to Exile in it. It's got murder. Yeah, it's got some good spot removal.
All the basic.
Fell the Mighty is a board wipe it has in there. It's got some good stuff. Yeah, so it's actually a really good intro to Commander. And so, so we had Stompy Person stomping off over here. We had Zach that was mana screwed. Well, kind of. He's just low on land, so didn't really, it has Rakdos, but didn't really get going with Rakdos. Rakdos also seems like a really fun card to brew around. Being able to utilize everyone's library. And so that was kind of the board state. Unfortunately, I'm playing this monstrosity here that if it gets out of control, it really won't. I wanted to say cancer, but I can't say that on YouTube because it triggers people when I say that this guy spreads like cancer. So I won't say that. This guy's metastic. Because once he starts getting out of control with the tokens, I mean, the board state gets really out of control. So the scenario that happened is Tyler did a decent job of slowing me down with his good old boom box over there, the boom box of destruction, destroying 4 of my permanents, or 3 of them, all 3 of my permanents. But I was able to assemble a lot of treasure tokens through the good old worm dying here, the Gold Vein Hydra dying gave me a lot of treasure tokens, and then I drew into another beautiful card. Like this is actually surprising me that there's a lot of staples in this from the Prosperities, as well as what do they call the Big Shot or the Big Score. It has a lot of good cards in it for Commander. So Indomitable Creativity. So Indomitable Creativity with all those treasure tokens and enough mana, I just turned all 6 of my treasure tokens into things off the top of my library, and it's able to hit some pretty neat stuff. The main 2 was this sucker. These suckers got hit, and so I just needed to make a way to make another treasure token, and then this is just going to go nuts. So Magda the Horde Master and Eartha Joe Frontier Mentor. Basically, it makes it so every time you target one of the dragons coming out with one of your other creatures, you create another dragon. And so I was able to make massive amounts of these scorpion dragons, and there are also some beautiful stuff like the Roxanne Starfall Savant in here. They end up being, I mean, would have been able to, wipe Tyler's board and whatnot. But yeah, Roxanne was super strong with good old this Commander too. So again, this is exactly why I like this Commander League, because it creates some very interesting scenarios. And again, the tension feels a lot better than, okay, someone could have a Cyclonic Rift or a Fierce Guardianship or Teferi's Protection, or you're a Commander player, what's that card? What's that white card that gives everything double strike and protection from everything and it just says, I win the game unless you have a counterspell? Like, what is that card? Anyway, there's like so much of that kind of nonsense in Commander. Again, I'm not even getting into like the Staxes and the turn 3 combos and
a lot of the I win the game cards.
Yeah.
Like Halo Fountain. That's like the only one I've ever.
Aetherflux Reservoir.
Use.
People used to, or what's the most common one that people want banned? The Merfolk or Jace.
Yeah.
Jace Wielder of Mysteries and the
Jace.
Merfolk. That there's so many Demonic Consultation. The Merfolk, they can literally go in every Painter Servant Grindstone that can go in basically every 2-card combo. So again, this one you have to be a little more creative, and then you get to play, Garbo cards like this one that you basically never would see in a real Commander game, and it just starts to make a lot of interesting, fun little. Like I was even thinking about, okay, this can start being an engine. Had this sucker out with the Fortune Loyal Steed. Where is Steed? Fortune Loyal Steed. So you can start, bouncing cards. You attack an open opponent and bouncing cards, and that can start being an engine that can grind out with the Mirror of the Wilds. But we didn't even need a scenario where the game had to be grindy, because I ended up getting that, billion dragons with haste, and then, to add insult to injury, I had the 4/2 dude out too, that drew a card for every one of them that entered the battlefield. And then at that point, with my 10 meteors I created the turn before, there's my meteor tokens down there. I had plenty of mana to cast everything, and so it was just like once I went off, I definitely went off with this dude, and yeah, he made a crazy amount of tokens, and just the synergies are really, really deep in this. And I was looking at so many of the other Commanders options that are available in this set, and it seems very, very fun.
The Commanders for this set seem like super cool.
Yeah, it almost feels more deep than Baldur's. Baldur's had so many options, but the synergies with these cards are super, super deep.
This is our first week, too. We haven't opened any packs to add.
Yeah, well, I'm way ahead of you guys, because the rule in here is anything we open up. See, I really want to milk this, so if you're a store owner, this is a great way to do it. Is anything we open for a limited event can go in your Commander League. So any draft, any pre-release you attended, anything that's limited, if you opened it here in the store for an event during this Outlaws of Thunder Junction, it can be added into your Commander League. And then every 3 losses, you can actually buy a pack to add to it. So as the game progresses, and we give out promos, so we open up one of those Magic promo packs each week, and people get a random card out of the pack. Unfortunately, I got the Stonecoil Serpent, so you're going to start with cards, finding some cards that don't exist. You see the little Planeswalker symbols on here. So these are packs that Wizards gives out as promos to give to players for events, and so this is an event, so we do that. What'd you get? Anything cool? No, you got Roxanne.
Yeah, the meteor.
You got Roxanne like me. I can't remember what you got. But anyway, yeah, so these will be added to your pool as well, and you'll start to get some other cards that are adding to the pool. And by the end of the league, you end up with some pretty decent commanders. And in the past, I've upgraded them. Oh, you got a March. Yeah, that card's And of course, that card's good too. So anyway, it says my battery's gonna die here though. So I'll just cut this this video long, short, whatever, and this is our first update for the Commander League. You see my mess that I've created here. Now I gotta clean it up. Thanks for watching.